Okay, good afternoon again. We are now in the second part of our trial broadcast on a Monday afternoon, and we go to the question and answer or open forum about astral projection or out of body experience. You send in your questions or comments as we go along. Thank you. From Dominic, it's an interesting question. Can a clairvoyant see an astral body in action? Yes. It takes clairvoyance or sensitivity to the spirit world or an open third eye to see the astral body. Yes, the answer is yes. Next question. Well, a clairvoyant can see not only the astral body of a person in action, but can see spirits, can see things that other people cannot see normally. So clairvoyance is the key to this. And that's one reason why people cannot see the astral body is because they do not have an open third eye or they're not sensitive enough. So those people also have mediumistic tendencies. Those who are able to see the astral body are mediums or channels without knowing that they are mediums. Actually, most of us have mediumistic tendencies because we are made of body and spirit, and it is spirit part of us that enables us to communicate with spirit. That's logical, isn't it? Spirit to spirit communication. Without us having spirit, we cannot communicate with the spirit world. It's as simple as that. You know, the big problem is that science has continued to deny the existence of other dimensions or other realities. But you cannot blame science for this, you know. Science was not meant to explain paranormal, mystical, or supernatural phenomena. That was not the intention. Science was developed to explain physical phenomena, and as such, it's very good. It's perfect. The scientific method cannot be improved anymore. It is perfect when explaining physical phenomena. The problem is that scientists try to explain supernatural or spiritual phenomena using the physical sciences. And that's using the wrong instruments, just like maybe jumping from on top of a building or jumping from an airplane using an umbrella. And you won't live to tell the story. So that's the problem. See, scientists can see only within their narrow field and do not venture outside of it. Otherwise, the reputation will be shot, licenses removed from them if they so much as agree to the existence of other levels of reality. But it's changing now, you know. The physicists are beginning to talk about other dimensions. Before they didn't believe in. They talk of parallel universes. They talk of multiple dimensions, multiple universes, the multiverse theory of quantum physics or quantum mechanics. So there is going to be a convergence, as I said before, between spirituality and science. What is the astral body made of? Another very interesting question. I do not know. Astral body is made of, maybe we can call it etheric matter, but even that is not very accurate because the is more close to the physical. The astral body is more close to the spiritual. So what is it made of? It's made of subtle substance or subtle matter, if there is such a thing. That's why it can go anywhere. It can penetrate walls. It's like the soul. Can go anywhere. So that's what the astral body is about. Now, according to Ruskin Chun, is it true astral projection can be dangerous because it attracts negative entities? Not necessarily. It does. It is possible to attract negative entities in astral projection if you. This is where the principle of the law of attraction works. If you're a negative, you attract negative spirits. If you're positive, you attract positive spirit. That is the law. So it is not always true that astral projection is dangerous. In fact, most astral projections are very safe. It is when you're very negative, you attract these negative forces to you. Then that's the problem, but there's a danger. From Adolf Abrugar Bahan, since 2012, I always go on astral battle with the dark entities, such as shadows, demons, witch, spirits. I always see myself in astral form. Well, that means you have very loose astral body and that you can easily communicate with the astral beings. What you should do is to think positive or call on your spirit guides to guide you when you're in astral, when you're out of the body, and your spirit guides will help you. Noemi R. Salamante. Good PM, ask ko lang po na 8 years old, nakakakita ng spirits, bata at matanda, natatakot po siya. Ano po ang dapat gawin? Salamat po. You know, many children are clairvoyant. They have an open third eye. When we are born, we are right brain dominant. And that's where clairvoyant or intuition or creativity lies, on the right side of the brain. As a child grows older, say up to 7 years old, there is, when they study, for example, in school, as they grow older, there is a shift in the dominance of the brain from the right side, intuitive and creative brain. What dominates is the left side. Later on, when you're studying already, you become more rational, more analytical, and therefore more left brain. And when that happens, then you cannot see any more of those type of things that you see when you're younger. So there's nothing that you can do about it except that you have to understand the child. Do not try to stop what he's saying or try to belittle or not to believe what he's saying, because children don't normally tell a lie. Children tell the truth. They say what they are seeing. No? They describe what they are seeing. They cannot tell a lie. So don't discourage them, but neither should you encourage them to do this. But eventually, they will get out of that mold or out of that particular experience as they go older. If not, then they'll need guidance. They'll need somebody who understands psychic things to guide the child and to be able to manage this side of his or her personality. I have a book. In my book, Psychic World in You, there is a chapter on how to deal with the psychic child. Perhaps you should get this book, The Psychic World in You, which is available from our office. And you can call 0920-954-8134, or you can call the office cell phone, which is 0998-988-6292. These are the two numbers you can call for orders or Psychic World in You, which I wrote some years ago. And we still have copies available for those who are interested. There's a chapter on understanding the psychic child. Next question is from Abby Claire Unsung. Can the astral body travel through time? What do you mean? Travel through time. I don't know whether I understand the question. Can astral body travel through time? Well, what I know is that when you're in the astral world, there is a delusion of time. You think body for only 5 minutes, but it's already 1 hour. So there is a how do you call it, difference when you're in the astral world. So there is a delay, or the delay, or you don't notice the time moving so fast in the astral world than in the physical. So if that's what you mean by travel in time, that is possible. But if you mean going back and forth, or going back in time, or going to the future, I am not so sure whether that's possible in the astral world. From Danny EFC. Sometimes I can feel I am aware of my dreams and controlling it. Am I really dreaming? An old follower po ako, Mr. Jaime. Thank you very much, Danny. A dream is different from astral projection. The astral projection, you're out of your body. When you're dreaming, you're still within your body in your dream. So your ability to control your dream is very good. That is called lucid dreaming. The ability to control your dream is called lucid dreaming. And when you dream in color, it's called vivid dreaming. Okay. My Pelayo. When I was younger, I woke up and felt something while leaving my body. Is that somehow astral projection? I don't know what you felt. But you see, in general, when you're out of the body, you can feel or you can sense or hear a soft popping sound, like a bottle of soft drink being opened. That sound, that sometimes is heard, not all the time, but sometimes, most of the time, people who go out of the body, they will hear the particular popping sound, soft. It's not irritating, it's a soft, and then you will feel astral wind. You will feel that's the astral wind. That means you're out of your body. You're in the astral world. Okay. Sabi ni Metz Kens, Sir, good day to you. This is my first time to listen to you. One person refers me to you. My question is, what is this white light that came from above my head? I see as a holographic figure. You know, there are many things, there are many explanations for that. I don't know exactly what it is that you saw, but a white light can mean several things. It could mean a spirit, it could mean a stream of energy that's there. So it's not possible for me to tell exactly what it is that you saw, but there are several possibilities what the light is. Okay. What can I do to practice astral projection? Don't. I don't want you to experiment with astral projection without guidance. You know why? Although astral projection is safe, generally safe, there's nothing to be afraid of. But then sometimes you go into the lower astral, where there are monsters and negative beings who try to suck you in like a black hole. So it is not wise to do it alone. In fact, I don't teach astral projection except in the advanced class on ESP and higher consciousness. But I don't do because I don't teach this anymore because of the pandemic, the quarantine. I am not able to hold seminars personally anymore. But planning to do it by Zoom or by StreamYard or whatever possible technical device we can use to hold seminars, because there are some people asking me to do so. And we might be able to do that soon enough. Si Mariejo and Sanchez Escueta asking, how can I validate that my experience is astral projection or a dream? I woke up and I had my hand, my hand seems like I'm trying to reach for my soul and wanting it to come back. I thought I saw myself sleeping on the bed. Well, that's one thing that you can verify. If you can see your physical body or your surroundings, in the room or outside the room, then you're out of your body. And if you cannot, then probably you're just dreaming. So it's a vivid dream. See? So that's how you can validate whether you're out of bodies. If you can see your physical body sleeping or maybe doing something else, then you're out of your body. Can you share your experience regarding astral projection? Thank you so much. Oh, we have only 5 minutes left to go. But my first astral projection was really something I cannot forget. It happened in 1975. It would take a little longer time, but very briefly, I was attending a seminar run by 2 Americans here called Inner Peace Movement. And there was an exercise where we are asked to sense the energy of people, and each one of us, there were about 15 participants there. Each one of us asked to sit the center of this group, and the group with his eyes open, with the eyes closed, and the group is told by the teacher, Bettina Lohman, to tell which direction the hands are, going from left to right or right to left, going from up and down, and all that. The first 2 guys who sat there did not feel anything because it's at the distance of about 1 foot or 1.5 feet away, and the people were doing it very slowly, so that you can hardly feel anything where the hands are going. So nothing happened to this first 2, but when my turn came, I felt very strongly the energy of the people. I could tell when they were moving their hands from left to right, from right to left, from down, from up, going down. When it came to their hands going from the bottom, from my buttocks, and then going up, I felt something going up to from my stomach, like something going up. Every time they move their hands up, it would go up, like the feeling is like I was going to throw up. And I shouted to them, "Stop, stop, please stop," because it's very uncomfortable. But there was nothing that's coming out of my mouth. They said I was just quiet. And sabi ko, when it reached here, kawawa yun in front of me because I thought I was going to here, and they were not stopping. I threw out only air. There was nothing bad about it, or no solid thing or vomit. It was just air. And then I became cataleptic, meaning to say my hands, my body became stiff. And then I fell, no, not really fall. I went parang asleep while sitting down. The next thing I knew, I was in the ceiling looking down. And I felt very good. I was not afraid. I felt very good. I could see 360 degrees. I could tune into the people in the room, and I could read their thoughts. And I felt very, very peaceful. And I didn't want to go back, you see. Now, Bettina Lohman, who was the teacher at the time, American, clairvoyant, started snapping her fingers. It was very far, and she continued to snap her fingers near my ear until it came nearer and nearer and nearer. And I suddenly woke up or opened my eyes, and everybody was relieved because they thought I had a heart attack. So I told him, so what happened? And Bettina Lohman said, "Oh, you were having a trip." I said, "What do you mean?" "I see you up in the ceiling." "You saw me." "Yeah, when I was physically sitting down, she saw my astral body on the ceiling." So what does it all mean? I didn't know anything about it. It was 1975. I knew nothing about this. I didn't believe in this. I was very skeptical about this field. And so I asked what it meant. "Oh, you need to go for counseling." I had to pay more. So I went to counseling, and she explained to me everything about the astral body. And from then on, I'm able to go out of my body, not voluntarily. I cannot do it voluntarily all the time. It happens spontaneously. And I've had many out-of-body experiences, but I never went out of my room. I could, and I never saw the astral cord, which you see connected to your physical body, is the astral cord, like an umbilical cord. That is why you don't die when you go out of your body, because you're connected to your astral body, your physical body, through your astral cord. And so that was the beginning of the first time I had my astral body or my astral projection. So I studied more about it, read several books on it, and met people who are also doing astral projection. And that's why I learned more. We don't have time anymore. I'd like to close this by thanking you for watching this trial run. Thank you so much. It's Jimmy Licauco signing out.